All right, everybody, welcome back. I think we came up a name for this weekly rundown thing, and it's not going to be called the weekly rundown. We're going to call it the Appalachian newspapers and Unwired Appalachia's weekly walkthrough. Walkthrough better than a rundown? I don't know, but that's what we're going with. We're going to try and see if anybody has a better name. Give us a suggestion. I don't know if we're married to this or not right now, but we'll see. Whatever. But that's what we're going with right now, the weekly walkthrough. So that just means basketball season started. So before we get into what's coming up starting on Thursday, December the 11th, we're going to look at a little bit of what's happened so far. Basketball season just started last week. We had the DJ Begley Classic over the weekend. There's some cancellations last week. Got to see Shelby Valley play. Not Central last week. Really good game up there at Shelby Valley. At the DJ Begley, there were some really good games up there. Martin County was in it. They took on Perry Central. Pike Central picked up a win over Breathitt. Phelps was in it. Some good basketball. And then last night I covered the Lawrence County and Pikeville game. 71-70. Pikeville came out within. Two really fun teams, up and down style, kind of chaotic, kind of frantic. Both teams kind of trying to figure out who they are right now. They both like to run and gun. Really fun game early in the season. And also, the WYMT Food City Mountain Basketball Classic is going on. As we speak, it's still going to wrap up this weekend. But so far, on the boys' side of the bracket, Leslie County and Pike Central played. Pike Central picked up a 63-45 win, so Pike Central advanced to the winners bracket. Then in the second game, Not Central picked up a 46-44 win over Knox Central. So both of the Centrals, very similar schools. I don't want to get that one wrong, but they will take on Pike Central 6:30 Friday, the semifinals. Now, in the other semifinals, Hazard picked up a 76-65 win over Paintsville to advance to that semifinal. And then North Laurel picked up a 60-43 win over Perry Central to advance to that semifinal. So Friday semifinals, Friday, Pike Central, Not Central at 6:30, Hazard, North Laurel at 8. Then the winners will play 7:45 on Saturday. So look out for that. And then the girls' side, I don't have the bracket fulfilled. So I guess that means that on Wednesday was the first round. So that's why there's nobody filled out. But you had Not Central taking on Floyd Central. North Laurel and Leslie County. Hazard and Paintsville were scheduled to play on Thursday. And Clay County and Perry Central were also scheduled to play on Thursday. So the girls will begin Wednesday and Thursday for the first round games and try to get those semifinals set for Saturday morning, and then the championship at 6 on Saturday. So might be confusing, but hopefully that makes sense if you all paid attention. If not, you just look at the schedule. We'll probably have a bracket up in our paper, so just check that out. So that should be there. But all right, heading into the week now, starting on Thursday, December 11th, boys basketball. Phelps is at Floyd Central at 7:30 p.m. Two really good teams right now. Phelps, I know, is kind of rebounding off a loss over the weekend. Floyd Central looks pretty good so far early on. Belfry, I haven't got to see yet. They also played on Thursday. They're at McGoffin County at 7:30 p.m. We've already mentioned the YMT Classic on Thursday for the girls. So the other game is West Logan Christian at Phelps at 7 p.m. So that was on the girls' side. Moving on to Friday, December 12th. We've already mentioned the WYMT Classic. So that means in other games we have McGoffin County at East Ridge at 7:30. Betsy Lane at Floyd Central at 7:30 p.m. Lawrence County at Peaburg or Prestonsburg, at 7:30 p.m. Lawrence County's fun to watch. Go check them out. That is a fun team to see. And our final boys game on Friday, December 12th, is scheduled for Phelps at Breathitt County at 7:15 p.m. And then on the girls' side on Friday, Belfry is at Morgan County at 7:30 p.m. Betsy Lane is at Floyd Central at 6. Shelby Valley is at J.I. Burton at 7:30, and one of them says 7. So we're not really sure. Get there early just to make sure it's either 7 or 7:30. It was listed twice. East Ridge is at Jackson City at 7:15. Lawrence County is at Prestonsburg at 6, and Phelps is at McGoffin County at 7:30 p.m. Moving on to Saturday, in the Stockyard Bank Classic at Round County. Pikeville has 2 games scheduled. The first game is scheduled Pikeville versus Moore. And then the second one, Pikeville versus host Round County. That's boys action Saturday night. And then again on Saturday, Greenup County at Johnson Central. I'm not sure what Greenup's got. That should be an interesting game. Those teams are usually pretty fun when they meet. So that's at 7:30. Moving on to girls action on Saturday. Breathitt County is at Pike Central at 3:30. Eastridge is at Lee County at 3:30. June Buchanan is at Phelps at 2. Knott Central is at Belfry at 7:30. Shelby Valley is at Johnson Central at 4:30. And then college, the U Pike men and women will both be playing Tennessee Wesleyan on the road. Women will tip at 2, men scheduled for 4 o'clock. So moving on to Monday, starting next week, Monday, December 15th. Boys action, Belfry at Eastridge, 7:30 p.m. Johnson Central at McGoffin County, district game, 7:30 p.m. Pikeville at Martin County, 7:30. That's a fun one to watch. I've seen Martin County, I've seen Pikeville. Both look pretty good early on. Obviously, both of them not where they want to be. A lot of talent, really fun style play. That should be dandy. So that's Monday, December 15th. And then Paceville at Shelby Valley at 7:30. Then in girls action on Monday, Betsy Lane is at Belfry, 7:30 p.m. Phelps at Eastridge at 6. And Prestonsburg is at McGoffin County at 6. And then Paceville and Shelby Valley girls play at 6. So that's a doubleheader for Monday at Shelby Valley. So that should be an interesting one up there on Monday. It should be a good test for both squads, boys and girls. Moving on to Tuesday, December 16th. Boys action. Floyd Central is at Belfry at 7:30. Leslie County is at Hazard at 7:15. Perry Central is at Estill County at 7:15. Phelps is at Paceville at 7:30. Betsy Lane is at Pike Central at 7:30. And Prestonsburg is at Shelby Valley at 7:30. Again, that's boys action December 16th on the Tuesday. Same date, December 16th on the Tuesday. Girls action, Floyd Central at Johnson Central. A very interesting early game right there. Hurley, Virginia at Phelps at 6:30. And then Southwestern is at Perry Central at 7:30. U Pike men's play. They will host the University of Cumberland at 6 p.m. at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. The girls weren't listed, so I guess they're not going to be playing that night. On Wednesday, December 17th, in boys high school action, Prestonsburg is at McGoffin County. And this is why the women wasn't posted for Tuesday, because the U Pike women are scheduled to visit Shawnee State at 6 p.m. Wednesday. So a full slate of action, a lot of good teams, a lot of good stuff coming up. Early in the season, we've not got to see everyone yet. We got to see a few teams here and there. We're going to try to get as many teams as we can. Just stay tuned. Also, stay tuned. We got All Mountain coming up for our football. All Mountain football is getting ready to come out. All Mountain volleyball, soccer. So we'll have all those things coming out as well. Probably those will be around the holidays. So before Christmas, after Christmas, something like that, we'll try to release our All Mountain. Just stay tuned for everything. We'll try to do an update next week. We'll try to keep our regular podcast going. Have some few coaches in. We've been talking to some coaches. I've had some post-game interviews at basketball. Just stay tuned to all of our social media. Find us out Facebook, not Instagram. That's the one we don't do. It's Instagram. So you can check us out on Facebook, X, or Twitter, and TikTok. We're really active on those. So just stay tuned, and we'll be back next week with another walkthrough. A walkthrough, not a roundup, a walkthrough, or not a rundown. I don't know. I'm already confused. So we'll see you next week.